If you're ever absent, then you have a video, or if you ever need to see something again. No, you can write on your own. Okay. Okay. Today we're doing binomials. Well, what we're doing, this is a skill that's needed throughout algebra, okay, Jesse? We need to be able to do this. We need to recognize what a binomial is. How many terms in a binomial? 2. Okay, so that has 2 terms. And we are going to multiply binomials, and we're going to multiply a constant and 2 binomials. Tomorrow, we are going to have a little more practice on it. Then what's going to happen is on Friday, we have a quiz on it. Then next week, we're going to reverse the process. I'm going to ask you what 2 binomials did you multiply together to get the trinomial. That's hard. Well, the only way you're going to be good at it is to do this part. Come on in. Okay, so I've made up an example here. I want you to think about how you multiply a 2-digit number by a 2-digit number. Well, I know you guys use calculators a lot, so you probably forgot how to multiply. Okay, DeMonte? India, I'm going through this because I'm going to parallel this to the algebra, okay, Cole? You should have your iPad out or a piece of paper. And algebra is nothing more than arithmetic, but with letters. Now, my calculator will let me put 22 times 24 in there. Now, some of you learned the lattice method. I don't care for the lattice method because it doesn't help me at all with what we're going to do today. So we go 2 times 4 is 8, and then 2 times 2 is 4. And then we go 2 times 4 is 8. We line it up, and 2 times 2 is 4. So when I get this, I get 4 and 8 is 12, 528. Now, that's a method. But there's another way to look at this. This really is not, that's not a 2. That 2 is in the 10th place, India. This is a 20 plus 4. And this isn't a 2 here either. It's a 20 plus 2. Okay, so what I'm going to do is change over to x's shortly, but not yet. Let's see how we do this using just plain multiplication. Joey. If this is just missing, I put it in, but you can write it in on the front page. It's not a big deal. Okay, so we go 2 times 4 is 8. This is how those guys do these arithmetic problems in their heads. They don't do 22 times 24 the way I just did it. They do it this way, and they keep track of this in their head. Some people are very good at that. And then I go 2 times, not 2, it's not 2, it's 20. So that's really 40. And then I go 20 times 4. So that's not a 2, it's 20 really. So that's 80. And then I go 20 times 20. Anybody know what that is? 400. So when I add it up, I get 400 plus 120 plus 8. And guess what that adds up to? Well, we're going to have to do that when we do binomials. For numbers, yes, but what are you going to do when I now change it to x plus 4 times x plus 2? Well, I'm going to let x be equal to 20 and do that later. What we're going to do, you got lots of opportunities to try these. It's exactly the same, but in place of the 20, I'm going to put an x. Your calculator can't do x plus 4 times x plus 2 unless you have a CAS calculator. Which space then it can do it. Then we do the same process. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 2 times x is 2x. 2 times that unknown. Then we multiply x times 4, which is 4x, plus, and then what's x times x? We did this for today. Well, I don't want to put it under 8 because it's not the same as 8. I'm doing just exactly what I did over here, except that this is not 20, I mean it's x. So x times x is x to the what? Squared. And if you add it up, what do I get? This is how you multiply binomials. You get x squared plus, you add those, 6x plus 8. What's this called? Trinomial. Okay, originally, actually, I get 4 terms because I get I get the 8, I get the 2x, the 4x, and the x squared. There's 4 terms. That's going to be my answer. Most of the time, you will end up with a trinomial, but not always. Now, does it really work if I put in 20? If I put in 20 here, I get the same I had over there, right? But if I put in 20 here, 20 squared, will I get the same answer? That's what's nice about math. What I like about math. What is 20 squared? It's 400. We just did that. What's 6 times 20? 120 plus 8. Guess what? The same thing. So all algebra is arithmetic with letters, not numbers. So how do I do this? If you get stuck, if you have problems with this assignment, I recommend you write it this way because you know how to do these problems. Because it's the same thing. But we're going to do it sideways. But if that bothers you, we won't do it sideways. You can do it either way. It doesn't matter. We'll do a whole bunch of these. Okay. Now, we have a way for you to remember. You must distribute this x times everything in here and the 4 times everything in here. And the problem is you tend to forget which ones you've done. So there's this little trick to help you remember. It's called FOIL. We multiply the first ones together. And this is just a way to keep yourself organized. You do not have to do it in this order. And it doesn't apply if I do trinomials with trinomials. That's another problem. Well, what's x times x? X squared. Right? And we did that for today. O stands for the outer ones. So we'll multiply these. So what's that? Plus what? But I want you to know why it works. It works because of the example I just did here. This is exactly the same thing. It is FOIL. But this, if you have problems, a lot of people had problems earlier today getting that middle term, and that middle term is critical. Then we do the inners, so it's plus 4x. I got a lot of examples. And then we have the last. But guess what we're going to do next week? We're going to unfoil them. Plus 8. So it's x squared. Now, these are useful because these are polynomials. Polynomials are nice curves. There's no break in the graphs. They behave nicely. I can do calculus with them. I can solve physics problems with them. I love polynomials. So this is just a skill here. What's 2x and 4x? Say, well, what's that going to give me? Now, keep in mind, read it carefully. It's adding. That's right. 6x plus 8. So I could do it sideways, which is fine. I want you to do it sideways, but if you have problems with it, do it vertically. Because if I multiply a trinomial times a trinomial, trust me, I'm going to do it vertically. Notice I make kind of a little face. Here are the little eyebrows. There's the smile. There's the chin. So you always get that little picture when you do these. Now, it doesn't matter if you do the first one first and then the outer, inner, and then last. Order doesn't make any difference. But it just helps you stay organized. So there it is, multiplying binomials. You will most likely will not get a binomial. So, somebody want to come up and do this one? Caleb. Jane can go first? Okay. Sure. And if you have problems keeping track of everything, draw the little arrows, because they really help. It doesn't matter, but I usually do the first ones together first. Remember, the exponents have to go down, so we want the highest exponent first. Right, what's x plus x? X squared, right. Now do the outers, the very outside ones. Okay, Nick, you should be doing this with us. Because the only way you get good at it is to practice. And you should try to beat her. Plus 3. Amanda, you should be doing it too on a piece of paper. This isn't bad. Geometry is bad if you don't have the notes for geometry, but this isn't bad. Multiply. 1 times 3. I did mine above, but it doesn't matter. Now you should simplify because we can. Now, x squared and x are not the same thing, but x and x are. Oh, she's ahead of me. Yeah, we'll get there. Okay? Some of you have seen it, but not everybody has seen it, so I have to teach it like you've never seen it before. Now, the next one that some people are already up to is this one. Okay, now listen carefully. 3 is just a number. If x is 10, for instance, 10 minus 5 is 5. That's just a number. And x plus 6, if x is 10, that's 16. It's just a number. I'm multiplying 3 numbers. I don't know what x is, but it doesn't matter. X minus 5 represents a single number. So if I take 2 times 3 times 4, do I distribute the 2 and the 3 and the 2 and the 4? No, because it's not distributive property of multiplication over addition. I can distribute here. That looks different. It is different. Distributive property works for multiplication over addition, not multiplication. But what I can do with the 2 times 3 times 4 is I can choose to multiply those together first. What's 3 times 4?
What?
3 times 4. 12. Which gives you what? 24. Or I can multiply it this way. This is associative property. 6 times 4, which is 24. So order in which you multiply doesn't matter. My recommendation, having taught this for years and years, is you multiply the binomials together first. And then you take your answer and multiply that answer by 3. That's easier than taking the 3 in here and then multiplying the binomials. Just trust me, numerically it's easier. No. Because if I wanted to distribute both, I'd have to have a little plus sign there, but I don't have it. I'm going to get rid of it because it's not there. Okay, so we're going to do this problem first because this is a binomial operation. Bi means 2. You can only do 2 numbers at a time. So I either can do the 3 times x minus 5, and some of you will choose to do that. I'm just telling you, it's harder. Or I can do the 2 binomials first. So it's 3 times, okay? Let's do the first ones. Here's what's x times x. Yeah, x to the second, that's right. Let's do the outers. Nick, what are the outers? That's right, plus 6x. A lot of people just want to multiply the first ones and then the last ones and just forget about the middle. But that's not right. You got to get the middle, and what's this going to give you? Positive 5 or negative? Negative 5x. Then the next problem I've seen is that people add those, but they're not adding. We don't want to add, we want to multiply. So just keep track of what your operation is. It's negative 30. Now before I multiply by the 3, I'm going to simplify that because it's easier. I'd rather do 3 times 1 than 3 times 6 and then 3 times 5 and subtract them. That seems too hard. So we won't. We're going to simplify this because I can. It's x squared. And I know what that is. What's the 6x minus 5x? I'm going to put the 1 in. You don't have to, but it is a plus 1x minus 30. And then the other classic mistake is multiplying, and I saw this yesterday, multiplying just the first one by 3. But that's not very fair. These are mailboxes. Everybody gets the flyer. Mailboxes. Everybody gets multiplied by 3. Everybody. Yes, Mickey and Minnie both get treats. So this is 3x squared plus 3x minus what? All 3 dogs get treats. But Minnie gets 2 because she can count. Minnie always gets 2 treats because she can count. All the dogs get a treat. There's Mickey, Minnie, and Bella. They all get multiplied by 3, so what's this going to be? I have 3 dogs. I have 3 dogs and 4 cats. I have 3 dogs, 4 cats. A German Shepherd. And she has a doggy door. And she has a doggy door. And Milo, the cat, decides he figured out how to use the doggy door. Milo. Mickey, Minnie, and Bella. And the cats are Camille, Harley, Boo, and Sassy. Yes, he is. Yes. Okay. Oh, that one looks a little trickier, but it really isn't. It's the same thing. Yes. Okay, you guys. Shh. Now listen carefully. This one drives me nuts. Because in calculus, students want to distribute the 2 over the exponent over addition, and guess what? Exponents don't distribute over addition. Jane, you were just up here. How about Sayla? Joey's going to try?
No, don't find anything more from her.
Because that's what this means. Okay, so Joey's going to come up with the answer. I thought you were good. Do you want to do it?
Where is Joey going?
Well, let's get this done. Okay, Sayla's good at this. I think I got one more after this. Oh,
Actually,
and I will get your blue worksheet today. If you've lost your blue one or you were absent yesterday. What? And they're all online. So you guys, if you're absent and you have a printer, what happened to yours? This is yesterday's. No, I'm getting today's. I'm looking at it. No, my cat did eat my homework. And I put it on a YouTube video. Okay, let's see what she's got. Perfect. No, you're done. Yeah. You're done, but I'm beginning to think I left my stuff in the other room. Okay, but it's not 12:40. Is it time? Okay. You'll have to get the worksheet. Here, take this worksheet. I think I left them in the other room.
What?
I think I left the worksheets in the other room. I thought I grabbed them, but maybe not.
Let's say something.
Okay. Jay, go sit down. Okay, you guys try that one.
No, Joey.
Well, what's 2x times x? Jens, do you know? Hey guys, only one up there because it's homework time. Well, no, we have to get this problem down. We don't have it done. Okay, shh, get this problem out and put that away, Jesse. No, I want to see this problem and see what you did with it. Jens, would you have a seat, please? Jens, you're on video, by the way. Yes, really? It is. You know what? It's easier to do this. You take this, and you do this. No, you can't. Okay, so you're going to do this? What's 2x times x? Yeah, 2x squared. I might have to go back to the recording the other class. You guys are noisy. Did everybody get a worksheet? Yeah, maybe.
There we go. See, I'm done. Whoa.
Did you have this one done? Where is it? No, this one. Hey guys, they get progressively harder. Harder. Okay, so what's she got? She's got, well, you're close. What's 2 times negative 2?
4x.
Negative 2. Positive, so it's negative.
Oh, this one.
Plus 9x. And what's a positive 9 and a minus 2?
I was looking at that. They can't.
Okay, so you got to be careful with your signs. Did you guys do this one?
Yeah, I did. Got that. But don't you have to add those to 2 x's?
Yep.
Oh, that was a...
So wait, what did she do? Oh, you messed up here. This is minus 4x. 2x times 2 is minus 4x. Okay, so what is this? Shh, guys. So we get this done. What is this?
Plus negative 4,
Plus 9.
5,
Good.
x,
Plus
plus
a negative. Okay. That looks good.
It's like an R1.
R2.
Nice.
Who wants to try that one? Oh yes, you were up here.
That's why you got to get up and fight.
Think about why it works. Think about the first example I gave you with numbers.
I finished.
That's why it works. And I will be collecting the blue one.
I didn't get that one.
Hey, wait.
Oh, I forgot. I need to.
Okay.
Yeah, what's x times x? Yes, you do. Good. Just do what it says. You should be doing the notes to make sure, and then the worksheet. Probably. Oh, all the time. Science? Science class? Well, you guys like your iPhones, right? And your phones? Can't do it without math. So, if you don't want to do math, yep, algebra. Algebra is looking for patterns and things like that. What did you do? Oh, okay. Minus 6, minus, can I see? Minus 6 minus 4 is minus 10 plus 2. What are you doing? Don't, you're wrecking it. Okay. There you go. Tomorrow we're going to do the same thing. Tomorrow I may give you a little Schoology quiz. Schoology or Skyward. It depends on depends. I don't have any internet at home.
Why?
No, my internet's broken. They're coming to fix it. You guys are weird today. No, today's